Hello everybody and welcome to Day Job. I am your host, Pud Marvelous. Oh, we got some echo going. There we go, that should fix it. Alright, here we are. This is not a good hand. We're gonna send this back. That's way better. So basically, as long as we don't get scarcity turn 1, we're in pretty good shape. Okay, we didn't get scarcity turn 1, so we're in pretty good shape. So we're playing Haley still. I'm starting to really gravitate towards that as my my deck for regionals. I got to play this deck against Andre on Metropole Grid last night. We got lucky enough he happened to be on the exact list we were teching against, so you can check out that game here. We have a bank job now in this list to be able to deal with the Agon fusion, where people are like yeeting you into an advanceable trap and saying that you can't jank out. Bank job gives you 8 runs where you can replace the access, so you don't have to access the trap. Alright. Not a perfect Haley turn, but we just got to get set up and establish the lock. Getting Beth down early is going to be a huge deal for us in this matchup. We're missing our Haley triggers here, but just because we're kind of having a hard time finding things that we really want to use. Now, the neat thing about putting the fan site artist colony package into this deck is it gives us a fair amount of flexibility as far as cards we can use. It makes our one of like tech cards like turntable and things a lot better. So that looks like an NGO front, since they didn't finish it. I guess our biggest problem here is we don't have Aesops yet. So we're going significantly slower than I would like here.
I can learn to understand you much.
No, that's not what I meant. They added this terrible Like, I don't know why every computer company thinks that I want it to be the future and I want my computer to talk to me. Alright, probably the David. The David we can pull out of the heap. So there's the GFI, not surprising. We've got our pawn shop going now, which is nice. And we've got instant speed. So let's start poking around. Okay, jack out. Let's go here. We just want to keep the money down. If they're on GFI, that means they're on a counterattack plan, right? So we need to be prepared for that and try to keep their standing money as low as humanly possible. Alright, do we go get that? I guess we probably should, right? So let's, let's pawn that. And then let's stim hack in here. We know we need nanotech. And we're just gonna keep on trucking and keep on pawning. Hope everybody had a great week. This is Tidal Haley with some pretty significant changes. Hey Boris. Yeah, it was a fun game. I went back and watched after the fact to see his reaction when I put the bank job down. I think I'm gonna save. We'll pay the money here. We won't do David yet. I want to save that clone chip for the sake of flexibility. That costs us like 9 credits, but you know, it's not the worst thing in the whole world. Yeah, we definitely don't want you to have that. Let's get the Inti out. We'll put Parisia out with the piggyback and also daily casts. What do we still have that we could get at instant speed that would be useful? This is probably going to be a Raven behind it. But they didn't res. Now, we're probably going to be saving this fan site for the hunting grounds, to be honest. What's up, Coyote Moon? On it. We're gonna get the hunting grounds down, I guess. Alright, let's pawn here. Let's go in. Now the neat thing is if this turns out to be an NGO, we can get most of our money back via the bank job. So this certainly looks like an NGO front. So we'll take all but one off the bank job. So we can pawn it next turn. And that gives us most of our money back, which is nice. Oh, I didn't realize my face is in the way. Give me a second. How do I... Yeah, let's ungroup everything. And then let's group that. All right. So we don't have any mem chips anymore. So this Parisia is probably going to have to go so we can get N'Golo down. Before we do that, let's overwrite it like this. We just got to maintain that money difference, and we've got a pretty strong lock here. Yeah, I mean, we don't have a lot left, but we can clicklessly get a bunch of stuff. So let's hunting grounds here. So they're on some number of kitty cats. Clearly. Let's remove the tag, get some money. And we did it all without any ninja kicks on the board. Alright. Let's go ahead and get N'Golo down. It's about time. We've been holding on to it like literally the whole game. So let's get in there. Because, you know, we know that the game's gone on for a good long while, so there's a decent chance there's points waiting in the wings here. I mean, we got him pretty firmly locked up. Does that mean this last card is our third? Yep. Okay. Oh, right, I cut an RDI. I'm sitting here the whole game digging for an extra RDI that's not in the game. What is that, a Beal? QPM. Okay, so there are QPMs in play, which is, not surprising. Let's hit HQ. Let's hit archives. The kitties are going to be a problem, right? Because if we hit 2 of them at once on R&D, we lose. What do we think of this build, though? What do people think of bringing the fan site package back in? So I think, click 1, we should go into R&D. Because that gives us the most recovery time. We gotta really watch out for the C source, right? Yeah, that's what we want. We want you to keep drawing through. I mean, I think the thing about fan site artist colony is you can just get your multi-access more quickly, right? So your Titan counter is that you can R&D lock more effectively. Let's see what's in archives. Alright, let's stem hack R&D. So we don't lose tempo. We're gonna see all fresh cards. And hopefully we don't hit 2 QPMs. This is infuriating. Yeah, we're gonna probably lose here. Because we can't access any agendas. Digging 3 off the top every turn. There isn't going to be a next access, though. We just lost. It's really unfortunate. Mulligan. It's tough. They played their outs and their deck didn't give them up. It happens. Well, let's at least force the ice res. It's going to be a border control. I don't know. I don't know what they're doing. I think we're gonna just have to pound centrals here to try to win. I'd really treasure it if we could get Proco or a fan site so we can instant speed. I don't know. I'm a little tilted after the last game because we had that game locked up, accessing 3 cards at a time, and we couldn't access a single agenda. No, Walter, I don't want you in my lap. Get. I can't even get like 2 cards of the same type. What is happening? I don't know. Because we're just going to get like blown up the second we touch an agenda, so this game is already not looking like it's in great shape. So what's the piloting to get us around a deck like this? I mean, drawing cards in the proper order would be super good. We're just ripping through our whole deck. We've missed out on 23 credits or 18 credits. Because now we're getting into the scenario where we basically have to win in 1 turn, or we're going to lose. Yeah, like, cool, I guess. We haven't seen a fan site either, which is like wild as shit. It's really tough. Like, this is what happened like 2 or 3 days ago when I was trying to test this deck. If you're up against Blue Sun, if you don't start with the Proco, you never have enough money to steal agendas. So you just kind of like lose. So I didn't get it early, so now we do not really have a chance of winning. Let's hit R&D. Yeah, I mean, of course. Yeah, we're gonna get booted out. Yep, like, we have no chance of winning this game. The MU problem, now that we have the fan site package, is a huge deal. Because I cut the mem chips to make room for them. Yep, and we just get blown up the second we touch an agenda. Unreal. Alright, so that's 2 losses, so I don't know. Let's take a look at the list real quick. It was doing very well yesterday. Now it's not doing nearly as well. The MU is a serious, serious problem. Because now we don't have room for a full rig anymore with, like, David and our breakers. Like, having to lean on nanotech feels very bad. I don't know. Honestly, I might cut the notoriety to get an Akamatsu back in. Alright, so we're gonna mulligan. We're against my good friend Simon. That's a pretty good hand. Hey, Lonely. Professional contacts? Should be the call. Oh, Balder, what are you doing? Here, let me get the towel so you don't destroy my lap with your terrible claws. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come here, you. Alright, so what did he do on his turn? Alright, he muddied up some more. Okay. So we're gonna money up. Who needs diesels when you have Proco? Like, slots are so absurdly tight in this deck. Like, we're already at 46 cards, which is like a mortal sin. So we're just gonna set up the lock. So now we can get stuff like breakers at instant speed, which means we don't need SMC. Because now we've got the colony. So let's take an exploratory run on server 1 here. Let's go get Angolo. I know it's in here. Oh man, I've missed like that pitchfork ability so much. I wonder what he is going to say as the new target for Tarmar. Cash, cute. Okay. Well, we're going to get rid of this 15 minutes, because if we don't, he's just going to take it back. So let's go ahead and get Beth. Lonely Volps is this Ty? Karmar. Don't you guys start fighting. Let's poke around a little bit. I don't know if that's worth it. I think we'll just let it fire and beat the trace. I don't think going to get a breaker is worth it here. Gotta get ready to lock, baby. All right. Let's stim hack R&D. Regardless of whether or not any ice is rezzed here. We'll get the Nanotech out and the Inti. Inti is surprisingly good right now, and more people should play it. I'm not going to be a total monster and destroy SSL just to deprive him of the credits, but I could if I wanted to. Look at this just block of Shaper goodness we've got. This is what we call the Wall of Sadness. Golly, Artist Colony is so good. These border controls are hard. That's why you gotta have Beth if you're a shaper, right? You have to have enough clicks to be able to run into things multiple times, right? If you don't, you basically got no chance. The other nice thing about the fan site Artist Colony package is that they're good piggybacks, right? So if you end up not using them, you can just pawn them for 3 credits a piece in the late game. Yeah, having this mem chip back in is a pretty big deal. We're just 1 score away from being able to win, so now that we're going to be seeing completely fresh cards, this following turn we're going to go back into R&D, and we're gonna lock that way. We have so much money. Right, if we start with the Proco, we just end up with this mountain of cash that makes up for the fact that our breakers are somewhat inefficient. If we don't get the Proco early, we can deal with... Ooh. Probably the caches, yeah. We can deal with not having Aesops early. We can't deal with not having Proco early. Like, we don't really have, like, a good game plan if we don't have the Proco. Alright, let's see what this new ice is here. Okay. He's emphasizing ice that's going to be taxing to us. Like, Newshound is a really bad ice, both for Anarchs and for Nanotech, right? So, tough but fair. Because that's costs us 5 to break a 4 strength Sentry. We probably are going to just win on this pull. Yeah, we don't care about that Chrysium grid. We can just put down more pawn targets, because Artist Colony isn't unique, so we can just pawn the second copy. Let's go poke into server 1 and see what we've got here. Knowing where the border controls is really good. The Inti is really nice because everybody is on triple border control, so if you don't have Inti, people realize that they can win the game by drafting you out on lady counters, and this says no, is a 0 cost card that you can pawn if you don't need it. That just says, no thanks, I'm not going to lose lady counters to these border controls, right? Nice, so he did bait out a run for me there. So, I feel kind of bad for Simon. Not super bad, but kind of bad because we do have him hard locked here.
I can learn to understand.
Alright. So, let's pawn. Let's hit archives. Is the lady in the bin? We'll just trace through it. Don't ambush your brother, Balder. I see you hiding. So accessing 3 cards here. Good game. Alright, so we've got a win under our belts today. Good luck, have fun. What's your JNet username, Volps? Ugh. Alright. So this is going to be putting us to the test. The biggest thing is the turntable is going to be a big deal for us. right? Also, there's a glass of water here that I left downstairs from last night, and it's a miracle my computer isn't destroyed and that my cats didn't fuck with it while I was asleep. Alright. Let's poke around a little bit. Finding an early, Atlas is really crucial in this matchup. I mean, we'll take a new construction too, but if we can find one of the Atlas... Yes! Finding one of the Atlases dramatically changes this game, especially since we have the other easily fast advanceable agenda now as well. That is very good, with misdirection on the board for hard-hitting news. Now, that's not the deck doing super great. We just got incredibly lucky. But I'll take it. How do they already have a bad pup? Oh, they played, Alright, well, let's hit HQ. Let's see what's going on. Dedication ceremony, not surprising. Let's see if they've got a reconstruction in there. Yep, so we'll get rid of that. We're gonna just slow down their fast advance train as much as we possibly can. Yeah, welp. Yeah, losing an Atlas and a dedication early, or and a new construction early is super duper bad. We do need to get more board threat down though. Okay, so there's 5 cards in the trash. That's going to be an Atlas. Our best case scenario here is that there's like a hostile in here. There isn't. Let's get this down. Let's run R&D. Okay. So now we know exactly. Exactly right, Derek. Or, yeah. Grimwalker, are you Derek? No, I think it's the Pomplamoose is Derek. I don't know. What the hell is that? Alright, well, let's hit HQ, see if there's some trashables. No, there is a dedication ceremony. Let's hit server 1. I want to know what's here. Ah, I see. So we can definitely still lose this, so we need to be careful. Where do I apply the pressure? Where is the right place? Hostile? I was gonna say, if that's a hostile, that's very good for us. Okay, so part of me... We gotta just try to lock, right? Is that gonna be another hostile? Oh, this is so good. Okay, let's get the other RDI down. Because if we can lock... I probably just lost us the game, to be honest. Yep, that's gonna be game. Whoopsie daisy. I fucked up. Hopefully that's an NGO, but it's probably not. We probably just lost. Good game. Again, no Proco. Really cost us the game. Because we weren't able to draw and stay tempo positive. Ugh, we're losing too many games. I don't know. Alright, so we have the feedback filter in the opening hand. So we keep that. Alright. There's no traps, so yet, so let's go ahead and steal that. I'd say yes. Alright, we might be dead. How dead are we? Yep, that's gonna do it. Good game. I should have put the feedback filter down. I'm just throwing all these games into the abyss, ruining the win record of this very good deck. Sure, we'll keep this. We'll just go back to the old plan. Alright. So let's kick it with this dream hand and just start the lock, right? The nice thing is Fansite Artist Colony will help us find feedback filter potentially much more quickly. That's going to be a House of Knives, most likely. But we've got the solution for that. We just got to keep drawing hopefully get everything set up. That's going to be probably like a Mwanza grid, maybe, or a Hokusai. Maybe a Chrysium. Now, of course, it's worth noting that Ion Fox did play against us, right? Or has been watching the stream, so... Yeah, we're basically gonna lock the last agenda. Or we're gonna try to real hard. And then we'll use turntable. I think the wildest thing here is where the hell are our fan sites, our artist colony, and our feedback filter, right? We also haven't seen any caches, which is pretty wild. Yeah, we'll prevent all net damage. I'm pretty sure we can't be punitive. And I'm pretty sure we can't be complete imaged either. So I think that's a lock, right? Yeah, I mean, the first game I made a mistake. Ion showed me the agenda, and I went for it. And I shouldn't have. I should have just put the onus on them to score the 5-3 instead of spending all my clicks trying to get it, because that's what cost me the game. We do still need to watch out for snares. Snare's a problem. We always need to end our turns with at least 6 credits to absorb a neural EMP and a complete image. So, something to be wary of. So, let's check R&D. So here we'll just pull a Parisia out of the trash and say, you may do your net damage. I wonder if they're going to use the House of Knives here to keep us from being able to steal oboes. Doesn't look like they are. Take the bacterial programming, which means we're not going to access fuck all else. That's good, but we are at 6 points. while they don't really have the money to counterattack, so that's good. They're probably going to toss us into a Breach Dome if one's available or more, but we still don't need to fear the punitive here. We're at 14 credits, and we have the money to absorb the net damage with Feedback Filter. So regardless of what happens here, we'll probably just Pro-Co last click. All right. They certainly ballooned up as far as money is concerned. We're gonna play it safe. We have no motivation to hurt ourselves, right? The name of the game here is staying in control of what's going on. And that's game. Yeah, when you get to play the control game with Haley, the strategy is exceptionally strong. Thanks for the game, Ion. Yeah, my friend Doug, congrats Doug, by the way. I saw that he's not going to be watching because his daughter was just born. But, very exciting. With the last tournament I played, Store Championship I played with him, he was on Chronos Protocol deck, and turn one I did the stim hack trick to get out all 3 Rezekis, and then last click, or the very next turn, I put down Feedback Filter, and he was just like, ooh, that kind of changes the algebra on my deck a little bit, because, you know, it's kind of a hard counter to that strategy. Yeah, no worry, Arthur. That was a well-fought game. You came back from a very rough start, and took the game back. Very exciting. Getting rid of the border control, so it made Mother Goddess and Untyped Ice is a like super solid play. I don't know what they're up to. But I do know we got our tools early. Gotta go for the lock. We're just gonna slowly ascend in cash. This is probably like Atlas with 1 counter. Yep. I guess our biggest concern here is how long do I wait to try to really push, right? I have a hard time against the outfit with Shaper these days, so let's talk a little bit about that. What's the game plan? Well, let's poke around. I want you to spend some of your money. A trebuchet, you say? Alright, so let's go get a cash and pull David out at the same time. Break, break. Got an Atlas. That feels very good. Let's hit HQ. We're gonna just keep poking around. Here we'll do that. They can gain 1, and they can give us a tag. Oof. Alright, we need Angolo, because breaking that shit with nanotech feels very bad. We need to get a lock going, because all the border controls are on that server, right? That's very good. Okay, so this is gonna be... Oof. We need Angolo. Things are gonna get tough. There's going to be some huge surveyors in here, right? What's our line? Do I just keep hammering? Fast track. Alright, well. We're having a tough time out here. Working hard. Yeah, that's right. That's right, we got the tools. Let's go ahead and clip that. Little triple stim for everybody. Or double stim. Take it. Money up. Okay. How many clone chips have we used? So let's go archives. And then let's clear all the tags. And we're back in the game. Just destroying agendas every damn day. And the best part is 2 out of 3 border controls are gone. They were thinking about whether or not they want to use another hard hitting here, or whether or not it's a waste. They've given up so much bad pub. This is really bad for them. If we can manage to stabilize, we should have complete control of this game. Going for the Rashida? Okay. Just like that. We are restabilized. I really want to get turntable. If we can get turntable, things get real nice for us. We haven't seen any NGOs. Stem hack in a server 1. You have 15 free credits for this run because of how much bad pub they've given us. So we're paying 1 actual credit for this run. And since we're dripping 5 a turn, there's no way that we can ever be effectively hard-hitting used for the remainder of the game. So we've got it reasonably locked up here. Let's hit R&D and see what gets coughed up. Let's hit R&D again, since it's free, basically. Because we want the last hostile. The hostile is what wins them the game. So many hedge funds, huh? Now, if that's an Atlas, that's a real problem for us. But I don't think it is. perfect. The opportunity for them to spend more money. Oh, please let us not lose. This is so tough. Working hard out here. Gonna go for the last hard hitting. Makes sense. You can gain a credit. I guess we lose. Alright, so 3 GFIs makes 9 agenda points. Then the hostiles make 12. And then the atlases make 18. So is there enough in R&D for us to win off of R&D? Because we ain't getting through that. We're going to be seeing 3 cards. Where the like, these losses are so frustrating. We're accessing huge numbers of cards and we're not winning. Nope, I accidentally left the game without conceding. Like, these losses are so fucking ridiculous. Like, we're accessing 3 cards at a time, and we don't access an agenda for turn after turn after turn after turn. So that they can just putz around for like 20 turns. I don't know. It's hard to find a runner right now. Everything feels really bad. Like, it's been hard to test. I don't know. What am I doing wrong? Because I don't think that there was a way that we were getting into that remote, right? We certainly couldn't get in twice. I don't know. Why is running so friggin' hard right now? I mean, I guess I gotta remember that when we're looking at these lists right now on Netrunner DB, a lot of them say that they, like, only won, like, they went, like, 3-2, and then their corp was undefeated, right? The MEU problem is a big problem. I don't know. I don't know what to play for this tournament. I know what I'm going to play corp side, but I don't. I can't find something that really jives with me on the runner side. Everything feels kind of bad. This will probably be the last one, and then I'll get some lunch. I'm sorry if I seem really frustrated. I get really nervous before a tournament trying to find something that's like a good matchup against the meta. But right now, the meta's kind of all over the place. I don't know what anybody in the place that I'm going for this regional is playing. And all of the runners feel bad. You know what I'm saying? And that's just not an ideal position for me to be in, like mentally, because I feel like no matter what I bring, it's not going to be the right thing. Doesn't feel great. The big thing is getting this fan site down early means that after their first score, we can go get feedback filter. Just like that, we've got instant speed solutions to problems, right? And now we turn Bank Job into effectively a 10 credit card. So we're setting up a situation where we're just going to be able to absorb all of the damage that our opponent could possibly throw at us. This is going to be a House of Knives, probably. Oh no, it's another one of these. Yeah, we'll absorb, and we'll absorb. Alright, let's hit R&D. We'll put the turning wheel and that one back. Yep, so now we just need to maintain money. And we should be able to lock that way. So we know that there's, like, just a mountain of snares in HQ. I don't really want to be going into R&D until we have, until we can make that run a little bit more valuable. Maybe that's wrong though, right? Let's hit server 3. So we've got the Inti, which is to make the Kakugos not impactful. There's a snare, okay. Got so much trippy cash going. Let's get some cash out. I'm guessing this is going to be like a viral weaponization. I've certainly been wrong in the past. No, it's a gene bug. Okay, no. This is probably going to be another snare, but it could also be something like a philotic that they're trying to sneak out. So we'll check it. Let's hit HQ. There's the third snare, which can't be fired. So that's good. We haven't seen a single agenda, which is, you know, not ideal. I don't know. It seems like we're really having this big issue where we can't seem to access agendas when we have the advantage. Yeah, sure, I guess. Let it fire. We're probably going to lose our last clone ship here, which is going to be pretty bad for us. No. Alright, let's put the clone ship back in there. Then let's match and break. So we lose. Good game. No accesses of agendas. I don't know. Maybe this deck's not as good as I think it is, but I was doing pretty good with it last night. Where I ended up, we only had like one loss. We had like 5 losses today, which is not great. I don't know. It's tough. But regardless, I think that's going to just about do it for me today. If you'd like to support the channel, the best way to do that is by subscribing on Twitch. If you have Amazon Prime, you can do it for free by using the little subscribe button up in the top right. If you're on YouTube, there's a link in the show notes of how you can support the channel. Any amount, even $1 or $2 per month, helps me pay for the costs of the various software subscriptions and the equipment that I use when I stream tournaments and all of that good stuff. And until I see all of you fine Netrunner humans again, always